Parallel Thinking by Shahab Saqib and Haroon Ahmed. The contents include thinking thought, types of thinking, lateral thinking, parallel thinking, 6 thinking hats. Examples: thought or thinking. Thought generally refers to any mental or intellectual activity involving an individual's subjective consciousness. It can refer either to the act of thinking or the resulting ideas or arrangements of ideas. Similar concepts include cognition, sentience, consciousness, and imagination. There are many types of thinking, but some of the major types are positive thinking, negative thinking, vertical thinking, lateral thinking, critical thinking, cognition. Lateral thinking. Lateral thinking is solving problems through an indirect and creative approach, using reasoning that is not immediately obvious. The term was coined in 1967 by Edward de Bono. Edward Charles Francis Publius de Bono was born in Malta on 19 May 1933. He did his MA in Psychology and Physiology from Oxford. He also has a PhD degree and a D.Phil. degree in medicine from Trinity College, Cambridge. He got a Doctor of Design degree from the Royal Melbourne Institute of Technology. Got an LL.D. degree from the University of Dundee. He has written 82 books with translations into 41 languages. He wrote the book, 6 Thinking Hats, in 1985. Now let's perform a simple lateral thinking exercise. Add a single line to turn this into 8. And now, turn this into 6 by adding a single line. Parallel thinking is defined as a thinking process where focus is split in specific directions. Parallel thinking is a further development of the well-known lateral thinking processes, focusing even more on explorations. Parallel thinking is described as a constructive alternative to adversarial thinking, debate. The Greek Gang of Three has also been known to advocate similar approach. This slide shows a simple example about parallel thinking. There are 4 men in this picture. Each one is standing on a different side of the same building, therefore, they all have a different view of this building. But, using the concept of parallel thinking, they all must go around the whole building and thus will be able to completely understand the shape of the building. So we can say that, parallel thinking helps us to see the whole picture from all the directions. Here is another example. If 6 blind men encounter an elephant from 6 different angles, such that they all touch a different part of the elephant's body, each one has a different view about what they have in front of them. To get the real idea about the nature of organism that is present in front of them, each one of them must be able to experience the touch of all the other parts as well. 6 Thinking Hats. 6 Thinking Hats. 6 Thinking Hats is a book by Edward de Bono. 6 Thinking Hats and the associated idea of parallel thinking provide a means for groups to plan thinking processes in a detailed and cohesive way. It helps to think together more effectively. Now, let's talk about the 6 Thinking Hats one by one, in detail. Black hat is logical, negative, judgmental, and cautious. It is gloomy, and suggests why it cannot be done. The black hat is judgment, the devil's advocate, or why something may not work. The black hat is the caution hat. Examples: the regulations do not permit us to do that. We do not have the capacity to meet the demand. White hat. Looks objectively at data and information. It is neutral and concerned with facts and figures. The white hat calls for information known or needed. Think of white paper, which is neutral and carries information. Examples. What information do we have? What information is missing? What information would we like to have? Yellow hat. Is positive and constructive. The yellow color symbolizes sunshine, brightness and optimism. The yellow hat symbolizes brightness and optimism. Think of sunshine. The yellow hat is for the logical positive view of things, feasibility and how something can be done, benefits that are logically based. Green hat is about new ideas and creative thinking. The green hat focuses on creativity, the possibilities, alternatives, and new ideas. Think of vegetation and rich growth. Examples. We need some new ideas here. Could we do this a different way? Blue hat controls the thinking process. The blue hat is concerned with control and the organization of the thinking process. The blue hat is used to manage the thinking process. Think of the sky and an overview. The blue hat is for process control. Sets the agenda for thinking. Suggests the next step in the thinking. Can ask for other hats. I suggest we try some green hat thinking. Could we have a summary of your views? Red hat legitimizes feelings and gives an emotional view, hunches, and intuition. The red hat signifies feelings, hunches, and intuition. Think of red and fire and warmth. Examples. Putting on my red hat, this is what I feel about the project. My gut feel is that it will not work. I don't like the way this is being done.